today we about to react to Dad realizes his daughter is actually the killer. Wow. Damn. That's something crazy, bro. As a parent, to find out that your child is a killer. Like, and you have to like what would y'all do in that situation? Would you try and defend your child? What would you do in that situation, like, or would you just leave it to the system? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, let's start this.
This man has just been told that his wife has been murdered. However, he never could.
His wife has been murdered?
She's in the ground. So there's...
Who is it?
My mom!
This man has just been told that his wife has been murdered. However, he never could have.
His wife has been murdered? The daughter murdered the wife?
Expected that it was his daughter
Why?
who was responsible.
What happened? Your wife and daughter got into an argument. She's going to jail forever. Wife's dead. I was too.
On March 3rd, 2020.
That's a horrible day, bro. You lose your daughter and your wife forever. You lose both of them. The people you love forever. That's a horrible day to wake up to.
Ohio police responded to a 911 call at an address in Akron and found Brenda Powell on the floor of her kitchen with 30 stab wounds in her neck.
30?
Her daughter.
30? Bro, what did she do? Bro, what did the mom do to make her that mad? Bro, what? 30 is crazy. I thought it was gonna be an accident. She accidentally killed the mother with a gun or something. But 30 stab wounds? Bro, that was intent to kill. Clearly.
Sydney was in the house at the time and told police this was a home invasion turned brutal murder. But even though Sydney was injured as well, there were still questions left unanswered. Things weren't adding up for the cops. Brenda was on the phone with one of Sydney's college professors at the time she was attacked, and during that call, she suddenly started screaming before the phone went dead. When he called back, the voice on the other end of the phone claimed to be Brenda, but the college professor knew this was a lie and suspected Sydney was pretending to be her mother.
So she killed the mother and tried to come up with an alibi, but no one was going for none of that.
Fearing the worst, he called 911 and the first responders arrived in no time. This scream, combined with being called to the location, is enough probable cause for the police to forcefully enter the home. And this is what was waiting for him when he walked inside the house.
Akron Police! Akron Police! Where's your mom at? Okay, stay right here.
No, there's so much blood. No, please.
Man!
She's in the court now. No.
Stop!
She is really trying to sell this story that someone broke in. Bro, 100% good eye on the professor for calling that and calling 911. Good eye on the professor for doing that. Bro, shout out to the professor, bro. Real shit. Shout out to the professor for calling 911. He wasn't good.
R9, get that 32 rolling here quick.
No, there's so much blood. No, please.
Man!
She's in the court now. No.
Stop!
We gotta figure out what's going on. Can you sit down? R9, get that 32 rolling here quick. We got a female down, blood all over the place. Sorry to smart you, just got a crime scene. Take her outside. You got she's blood all over. I don't know if she's breathing. Secure the scene. She looks like a 22. She looks like she's been down for a while. There's blood all over the place. There's a knife by her head and stuff like that. And there's
If the professor didn't call 911 to check on, she probably could have hid more evidence and made her story more believable, and she probably would have got away with it if she made her story. But because she didn't have enough time, she had to think on her feet real fast, and they're not gonna forensics and all that. They're not gonna go for all that.
huge pool of blood. No, I think she just walked in on it. There's a broken window in the back, so if you can just put up some crime scene tape. As soon as AFD gets here, they're going to pronounce her, I'm sure.
It turns out Brenda hasn't just been stabbed. She's also been hit over the head with an iron skillet, and her injuries are so devastating that her life hangs in the balance.
So she hit him with... Damn. What did the mother... Bro, why? Why did she want to kill... I gotta find out.
What's going on? Come on.
Is she gonna be okay?
Come on.
I don't...
Come on. You just need to cooperate with me, all right?
I want my dad.
Huh?
I want my dad.
What happened? What's going on? What's going on?
We heard a bang. We heard a bang. And she told me to get out. And then I heard screaming. So I came back and she was on the ground.
Okay, you heard a
I ran out
bang.
back. There was a bang. Someone broken.
What is your name?
Sydney.
Are you cut?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're cut somewhere.
I don't think so.
Yeah, your hand.
No, I was helping her. I grabbed her.
All right, stop.
I grabbed the knife.
Yeah. What's going on?
Damn. She's really trying to sell this story. Tried to create an alibi. She hit her. It's cooked for her. She didn't have enough time to hide her evidence and everything. Plus, she's already cut. So that already feels like it ends off and she's trying to change her story to fit her injuries. And in the heat of the moment, it's not gonna work. Their friends and everybody, they're gonna check that out and they're gonna find out no one broke in. There's probably dash cam footage from other places, and like maybe she broke the window with her hand. That's probably why she got the cut. She already broke it with her hand or something. That's why she got a cut. Her story's not gonna add up. Her professor is the A1, bro. He's the MVP for actually calling and not believing her.
Are you cut?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're cut somewhere.
I don't think so.
Yeah, your hand.
No, I was helping her. I grabbed her.
All right, stop.
I grabbed the knife.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know. We just got
I'm the dad.
Okay,
Sydney.
what's-
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sydney appears to have been injured as well, is suffering from shock, and struggling to hold herself together. Even the arrival of
She's
her...
in shock. She's in shock because she knows she's going to jail. She knows she's going to jail, bro. She knows she's cooked, bro. Like, fully cooked. Yeah, she knows she's cooked. She knows she's cooked, y'all. That's why she's like, damn. She knows she's going to jail. She probably regrets doing all that.
Father, Steve Powell, doesn't calm Sydney
going through so many
down.
different
Police need to lock down the crime scene and try to figure out exactly what's happened.
The back window's broken in.
So you're gonna have to.
Daddy.
Officers inside there. So
I don't know. There
go
was
check
so much
the lady in the
blood.
house. Okay. She's got minor cuts.
Inside the house, there's a broken window and the knife used to stab Brenda. But something isn't quite right, as the broken window had blood dripped on the outside of it, leading police to conclude it could have only been broken after Brenda had been stabbed. However, Sydney claimed that the intruder used the window to enter and was broken before the attack, leading to the first of many inaccuracies in her story.
Yeah, she didn't come up. She didn't have enough time to come up with an alibi, y'all. Like, the cops came to she had to think on her feet, and she didn't have enough time to come up with an alibi. That's how she got cooked. And she's trying to play this, yo, I'm not lying, I'm scared, I'm going into shock routine. It's not working.
Interesting.
Somewhere that's not you.
Okay, do we know who, where, which way?
That is the younger guy. I'm looking through here and I can see pictures. And there's a whole basement set up for what looks to be.
Yep, hey, sorry, I'll call you right back. Bye. All right, let me go report that.
Yeah, there's got a man. It's probably her brother.
Well, I'll see if we can find out who else lives here.
With such a serious case with so many unanswered questions, the cops spend some time talking with homeowners nearby. They have to try and collect as much information as possible, but right now, the only person making any sense is Sydney's father.
Okay.
Do you live here, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my wife and there's my daughter.
How old's your daughter?
She'll be 20 in March. She's 19. Is she coming out?
No, not yet, sir. Just can't hang out.
Sydney, can you tell me what happened?
She's not gonna talk.
Sydney.
She doesn't want to talk.
Sydney.
She doesn't want to talk. Damn, there's a lot of cops.
On its way? Yeah, it's coming. From where?
Yeah, that's him right there. I can hear him.
She doesn't want to talk. She's probably regretting everything she's done, or she's trying to think of a lie. Those are two things I'm thinking she's doing. She's probably trying to think of a lie, trying to figure out a way to get out the situation, or she's just regretting doing all of that. Cause like you said, the cops came far too early, and it seems like she was trying to plan out everything, and it didn't work out in time.
I have a female hair.
While trying to piece this puzzle together, police speak to Steve Powell and one of Sydney's friends down at the station, in the hopes that they may be able to help them shed some light on exactly what happened. But unfortunately for Steve, he has absolutely no idea Sydney is the attacker, or even worse, that his wife is in critical condition at the hospital and likely won't survive, something detectives will have to break to him sooner than later.
Who'd you get a call from? Yeah.
Got a call from him, call from me.
Oh, okay.
He said there was a call, went out, a distress call from the University of Mount Union where my daughter was going, and said, female in distress. I said, well, that's funny because Brenda's there, my wife. So I called Brenda, and it rings and rings on the cell phone, no answer. I call Sydney back, rings and rings and rings, no answer. I call Brenda back, ring, no answer. I'm pacing around. I call Chief back, and I'm on the phone with him, telling him there's no answer. My doctor calls me back and said, oh, Mom's on the phone with Mount Union. I said, well, cops are on the way. And she went, there was a break-in, and she just started going off. She said, what? She said, there's been somebody broke into the house. There's blood everywhere. She was hysterical and crying.
So at first, when you talked to her, she said that your wife was on the phone with Mount Union.
Yes. And as soon as I said, cops are on the way, the hysteria started.
Is she still attending?
Well, as far as we knew up until today, yes, but apparently not for the last, I don't know, maybe couple weeks.
What Sydney hadn't told her parents was that she'd been kicked out of college weeks before this happened.
So the chief of civil criminal said that the defendant had been kicked out of college and lied about it, and her mother found out. So basically, when the mom found out that she got kicked out of college, they basically got into an argument. Things were said from each side, and then the daughter Brenda realized she just got pissed and angry to the point that she killed the mother.
Happened and had been lying to them ever since. But she did tell her friends, including Lauren, who lived in the same dorm.
Now, we understand that Sydney was your roommate at Mount Union?
Yes, she was for last year and then this year until she left.
And so you've been friends ever since your freshman year at St. B?
Mm-hmm.
Go over each other's houses, everything like that?
Yep. Well, she started off in exercise science freshman year, her first semester.
What was exercise science?
And then she
What the fuck is exercise science? That's a major?
classes, so she switched over to psychology and sociology.
Yeah, when a college student switches a lot, it just means it's time to dip, bruh. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, bro. When a college student switches majors back to back, don't know what they in for and all that, most of the time it's low-key time for them to dip, bruh. Go down a whole, like, college ain't for everybody. I understand that, definitely. College is not for everybody. Sometimes people may go to trade school. Sometimes people might do some stuff outside of it. May start their own business. College isn't for everybody.
So this year she switched to...
Especially now with, like, bro, shit is expensive, bro. Oh my God, why is everything expensive now?
education, and then she didn't like that either, and that's one of the reasons she left, is because she really couldn't find what she liked. I think she struggled in her classes. I don't think her grades were the best, but she didn't really tell me that because I wasn't really struggling. I think she kept a lot of stuff hidden because when we were just talking or with our friends, she always seemed happy. Like, she seemed okay, like I said, I couldn't tell. Until the end where she was kind of just like struggling and she kind of was sad and just like, Lauren, I don't know what to do. I think she felt like everybody around her kind of had figured out what they wanted to do and she hadn't.
Establishing Sydney's state of mind leading up to the incident will help detect.
That's what every teen. That's what every like person goes through. Like more like 90. I'll say 90%. When they're trying to find out their dream, trying to find out what position in life they want to be in, trying to find out what path they want to go. Especially when you go to college and you don't know what you want to do, you just say like, say you're going to college because your parents tell you go to college because you don't know what to do, and you go in trying different things, find out you don't really like none of this stuff, bro. You like gotta find out really what you love. Please, like if any of y'all going through college or like in college and don't know what to do, please figure out like. Don't let anybody force you to pick in a path that you don't like, bro. Do not let anybody force you. Do not let anybody force you, bro. Find something you love and go 100% in it. Don't let anybody force you to pick something you don't want to do.
Detectives find out if she simply snapped or if this was premeditated. The issue is, Sydney is going to claim that she actually has no idea what happened throughout this entire case. In fact, she's going to base her entire defense on the fact that she blacked out and even claim insanity using this. This means
so after she got caught for the killing, she's trying to play the Joker case that she was insane and she blacked out. Girl, you were sane enough to answer that phone call. You were sane enough to talk to people to come. You were sane enough to say someone broke into into the house and killed your mother. You were sane enough to say all that. No juror is gonna go for none of that, bro. It's gonna go for none of that. They're gonna look at you, bitch. You lying.
Even claim insanity using this. This means the cops still have no solid proof that Sydney is the guilty party, but they're starting to discover she was hiding secrets from just about everyone.
Well, I know she's had anxiety for a while, but I think it was this last semester, like starting coming back in January, is when it really started, that she was kind of more like upset because she really didn't know what she wanted to do. My friends and I were worried for her because we didn't know what was going on because she didn't tell us, and
Lauren knew something was wrong and tried to help. At first, she had no reason to doubt her and was as supportive as any friend could have been at a time like this. But even Lauren grew suspicious of Sydney's evasive behavior.
I could tell she was getting more upset, like more sad, and I told her, I was like, I'm here, like, you can tell me, I'm here for you. If you need anything, I'm here. But she never really opened up until she was leaving and saying that she was struggling with school and that she was kind of trying to figure out what was going on, and that's when I started to try to help her.
Let's talk about this.
She seems like a really good friend. At least she tried to help her and try to give her options and all that. But I feel like in this type of situation, but the thing is, I know she was scared not to tell her family that she wasn't going to college. I don't know why she felt like I don't know what was going on in the house. I don't know why she felt like that. Just to say, Mom, Dad, college didn't work out for me. I had to drop out. I'm gonna try and find a different route for the time being. Maybe I'll find what I love and go back.
And I know this is difficult, but tell us about her relationship with her parents.
Her and her parents had a really good relationship. Like, her mom and her were best friends. Probably, like, they did everything together. Like, one of the reasons she went home was to be with her mom. They were always close.
Then if that was the case, why was she so scared to tell her mom that about it? Like she clearly wasn't. She has some type of anger at her mom. Like, she was, I believe, like,
never said anything bad about her mom. She never ever talked about having an argument with her mom. Like, I can't recall every time she'd be going home, she's like, I can't wait to see my mom. Or when she goes home for weekends, she'd be like, oh, my mom wants me to come home so we can hang out and like watch movies. And she loved.
It seemed her mom. She loved her mom, but why like kill her off of that one argument?
Like, she loved being home.
By this point, Sydney is becoming wrapped up in a lie that she's going to struggle to escape from. But instead of owning up, she decided to make out as if college just wasn't working out for her and tried to convince her parents that they could save a lot of money on college bills if she left to pursue other things.
What's going on? Are you not going to school? She goes, I'm overwhelmed in school, and I don't really like what I'm doing, and it seems like it's a waste of my time and your money. I said, well, but that's all part of it. Nobody's going to tell you you need to do what you're doing when you're 20. You need to figure it out.
But that's not what she told her friend.
Yeah, you do have to figure out, bro. You do have to figure out your life, bro, when it hits time. Damn, this hits home.
So when she's talking to you about, the problems she's having at school, did she mention that she tried talking to her parents?
Yeah, I know she definitely, especially when she left, she talked to her mom about leaving. They kind of made that decision together to leave Mount. Like, she told them that.
Lauren's suspicions were proved to be right, and Sydney was lying to her friends. But at the same time, she was also lying to her parents, who knew nothing of her problems at college until they received a phone call from Sydney's professor. So Steve and Brenda began crisis talks to find out exactly what was going on with their daughter.
So I went back, I called my wife on my daughter's phone. She picks up, she was working down in Children.
Parents who knew nothing of her problems at college until they received a phone call from Sydney's professor. So Steve and Brenda began crisis talks to find out exactly what was going on with their daughter.
So I went back, I called my wife on my daughter's phone.
Is he
She picks
sleeping?
up,
I thought he was
working
sleeping.
down in Children's. And she goes, what's wrong? And I basically told her, I said, Sydney, I think the reason we can't get on is because she's unenrolled. She hasn't been going to school.
Sydney became wrapped up in two sets of lies. The story she told her friends and the story she told her parents. Failing grades aren't the end of the world, and any parent would support their child through such difficult times. But it seems she thought her parents would be mad and couldn't bring herself to tell them she'd been asked to leave the college.
Yeah, we asked her what she was doing, and she said she was good. Like, she acted like what we would see as normal. Like, she was laughing, she was having fun. She said she got jobs. Because she worked at the Akron Rubber Ducks. She's worked there for a couple seasons, so she was gonna go back there. And then she also said she was looking for another job, and like everything was good, and she was trying to figure out like her next year and all this stuff. And she was gonna talk to her parents about housing, trying to come back to Mount.
Once she got to Mount Union, or anytime actually, did Sydney ever drink alcohol at all, or she did? Okay. Just kind of describe that for us.
She liked to drink. There was an incident in the fall of our freshman year where she drank too much, and she wasn't alcohol poisoned, but she did end up in the hospital. Her mom came and got her at like 2 a.m. Usually after that, her and I were together, and if she did drink, I usually kind of like slow her down after kind of her limit because she's small.
Detectives suspect Sydney snapped when Brenda was on the phone to her college professor and tried to cover up her lies by silencing her mother forever. Again, Sydney is claiming that she doesn't remember a thing, but it seems that she made some crucial and careless mistakes that let the detectives pick.
Maybe she was drunk. She could have been drunk. That incident with the professor probably, like they said, set her fully off. And made her just lash out on the mother.
Up the pieces. Sydney grabbed an iron skillet and beat her mother into submission before plunging a steak knife into her neck over 30 times. She then impersonated her mother on the phone and staged a break-in to try and cover her tracks.
Were you able to go in the house at all?
I made it in far enough to see the back fit. When you go into the front door around the kitchen, you go in, you can see there's like a pass-through between the kitchen and the family room. From the back of the house, I could see the right hand, there's 2 big sliding windows. I could see that window was clearly, it looked like it was busted. Went down the hallway probably about 2 feet, just not see blood all hallway.
Sadly, Brenda didn't survive her ordeal and passed away in hospital. The county medical examiner came to the conclusion that Brenda had died from blunt force trauma to her head and stab wounds to her neck. They ruled her death a homicide. This left detectives to deliver the tragic news to Steve that his wife was dead.
Well, not really bad news. Your wife passed away.
Damn, he lost his wife. He lost, and he doesn't even know his daughter did it. That's what makes it worse. He doesn't even know his daughter did it.
Detectives investigated Sydney's claims that an intruder was responsible, but their findings didn't seem to match her story, and the evidence was painting a different picture altogether. This left detectives with one final devastating task to carry out.
Yeah, I'm a new streamer.
Telling Steve that his own daughter killed his wife.
What happened?
I don't think someone broke into the house. I don't know if your wife and daughter got into an argument, got physical. I mean, the window was broken, no forced entry into the house. Did your wife and daughter ever have like really heated? No, there's no rush frame.
It's simply impossible to imagine the turmoil Steve must be going through at this moment. His wife murdered and his daughter the main suspect. Finally, Steve realizes the detectives might be right, leaving him to deliver the news to his son.
Clearly they think Sydney did this. I lost two.
She's going to jail forever. Wife's dead.
You know, they're going to do everything they can to make sure that they find out exactly what happened. Nothing's definite as of yet. They still have to do their investigating.
Where's Andrew? Is he just sit out there by himself, or is he with?
Would you go family or supposed to be?
Well, yeah, I don't want anybody in here with me when I
Yeah,
talk to you. I don't want anybody. I just want me and him. That's legal. I don't care.
Yeah, you don't want any of that?
I don't want any of you. No, I just want Andrew.
So you just come and get us when you're ready,
I will.
okay?
You don't want to do it? I don't want to. They don't know. They haven't told me. They're investigating.
Sydney was arrested and charged for the murder of Brenda Powell.
She was 19.
She claimed insanity at first, saying she had almost no memory of what happened, including hitting Brenda with the cast iron skillet and fatally stabbing her. The jury didn't believe Sydney, and she was found guilty on 2 counts of murder, 1 count of felonious assault, and 1 count of tampering with evidence. Sydney Powell was sentenced to life in prison with a chance of parole.
Damn! Good job on the court, finally. They gave her life in prison. Oh my god. I thought they were about to give her some bullshit if y'all watched the last body cam I watched, the short some person got 15 years for killing someone. I was like, bro, what? Which 15 years?
After 15 years.
Oh my god. Facts. The professor was the MVP. Facts, y'all. Facts. Alright, y'all. That was crazy. That was... Good thing she got life. I'm so happy the court didn't believe her. I'm so happy that insanity shit didn't work. She was clearly aware of her actions. She was fully aware of her actions. She knew what she did was wrong. And everything, bro. She tried to plan it out and everything. If the professor didn't call 911 in time, she probably would have got away with it. But she didn't. Good. I feel bad for the son, bro. The son lost his mother and his sister. Same for the dad, bro. They lost both in one day. Such a horrible day to wake up to. Alright, y'all. Alright, y'all. Tell me what y'all think in the comment sections about it. Let me know your thoughts on it. And I'm gonna end off. I'm gonna end it off here, y'all. Appreciate everyone that watched it. This was a crazy body cam footage. And comment, and subscribe, y'all. And I'm out. Stay safe, y'all. Stay safe. I hope everyone stays safe. I hope everyone figures out what they need to do if they're all going through college and everything. Hope y'all keep persevering. Hope y'all succeed. And yeah, y'all, stay safe. I'm out. Peace.